for the NABF welterweight championship. The referee for the main event is Richard Green. Introducing, in the red corner, fighting out of championship. The referee for the main event is Richard Green. Introducing, in the red corner, fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing 145½ pounds, with a professional record of 24-4-1, here is the NABF welter champion, Bruce Finch. And in the blue corner, the challenger from Fort Worth, Texas, weighing 147 pounds. He is undefeated in 11 professional fights. Introducing Donald Cobra Curry. 12 rounds of boxing.
Good evening, gentlemen. Both of you guys are professional fighters. I like to conduct yourself like professional fighters. In case of a knockdown, I want the one that scores the knockdown go to the first neutral corner and remain there till I tell you to come out and fight. In case of one of you lose your mouthpiece, I want you to continue to fight. Keep your punches up and protect yourself at all times. Any questions to my left? Any questions to my right? Good luck to both of us.
Referee Richard Green, the third man in the ring for the Ollie Holmes fight here at Caesar's Palace back in 1980, will officiate in this one. He will not be involved in the scoring. Here in Nevada, 3 judges at ringside will judge this fight using the 10-point must system. 3 knockdown rule is in effect. This is a 22-foot ring. You're watching Bruce Finch in the blue, the NABF welterweight champion, against Donald Curry. Finch fighting out of Las Vegas, Curry from Fort Worth. Curry with 11 straight wins as a pro, 10 by knockouts.
And both these fighters have very good hand speed, especially Curry, but Bruce Finch also has good hand speed. So be on the lookout because anything can happen quickly here.
Finch is coming off a 3rd round knockout by Sugar Ray Leonard in February when Finch challenged the world welterweight champion. Donald Curry is coming off a 10-round knockout of Mike Senegal right here on ESPN. Probably the most important bout of his career, both amateur and pro. That night in Lake Charles, Louisiana, Donald Curry actually did not make up his mind about fighting until 20 minutes before the bout. He had flu during the week, did not eat for 2 days before the bout, decided to give it a go and pounded out Mike Senegal, proved to himself that as a professional, sometimes you got to battle when you're not 100%.
It really was a courageous performance by Donald Curry, and he just leveled Mike Senegal, stopping him in the 10th round. So against Bruce Finch now, he's fighting a fighter, kind of an unknown quantity at this point because we don't know what Bruce Finch has left, and that's what tonight is all about.
We're halfway through the opening round. Donald Curry's talents are immense. He's very quick, has innate poise in the ring, tremendous sense of presence. He'll put together 4- and 5-punch combinations. Terrific defensive fighter. Here in the opening round, Curry's got a cut lip.
Well, Bruce Finch has been able to land his left jab pretty effectively, and that's probably where that cut lip came from. So Bruce Finch didn't come in here to lie down, and he's giving himself a good account of himself in this first round.
Tremendous left hook there by Donald Curry, and that slammed Bruce Finch. We're in the final minute of the opening round. Curry with a left hook to the body. Finch pounds the body, but tremendous counterpunch there by Donald Curry. A short left hook on the head of Finch.
Both fighters fighting in at close quarters. A little bit of a surprise. Both men are capable of boxing.
Less than 30 seconds to go in the opening round. Donald Curry, the Cobra. Of course, he would have been our welterweight hope at the 1980 Olympics if America had not boycotted the Moscow Games. So he turned professional and has won 11 in a row. So this very competitive opening round comes to a close. Let's go to the corner of Bruce Finch.
Just relax. Feel me, buddy.
Earlier, we spoke with Bruce Finch, asked him what he feels he has to do to beat Curry.
outboxing and pressing all through the fight. And that way I'll be able to beat him and stop him from running, because I'm pretty sure he's going to be doing a lot of running. So instead of chasing him, I think I'll cut the ring off, and that's the only way I'm going to beat him.
The strategy as enunciated by Bruce Finch. I want to remind you here on ESPN, we have college baseball coming your way. Arizona State, the defending NCAA champion, ranked #1 in the country, takes on Wichita State Sunday, May 9th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific time. Round 2, scheduled for 12. USBA, check that, the NABF welterweight champion, Bruce Finch, defending against Donald Curry.
The alphabet soup of boxing is never ending. WBA, WBC. In any case, this is a title fight, and both fighters, I think, after that first round, will settle down a little bit in the second round. Bruce Finch is, in fact, pursuing Donald Curry. I'm surprised Curry is giving so much ground to him, because I would think Donald Curry is really the harder puncher in this fight.
And Bruce Finch may be the best technician that Donald Curry has faced.
Yes, I think that's true. And the only other man to go the distance with Curry, Curtis Ramsey, was also a good technician, and in fact fights in a similar style as Bruce Finch.
In Finch's challenge to Sugar Ray Leonard, he shook up Ray in the second round with a right hand in Reno, and from that point out, Sugar Ray decided, I'm going to close the show, took him out the next round. So that challenge lasted only into the third round. Notice the footwork and the movement by Don Curry.
Okay, step back, step back.
Well, Donald Curry is very close to becoming really a complete fighter. He's certainly an excellent one right now, and as he progresses in his professional career, some people think he will become as good as people like Sugar Ray Leonard and Thomas Hearns, and he's maybe just a few fights away from that right now.
In that win against Senegal, Al was with me in Lake Charles, Louisiana that night. We had a real oddity in the fifth round. Donald Curry ripped open his right glove twice in that round. Later in the fight, ripped open his left glove.
It was an incredible scene, one of the wildest I think we've ever been involved in, and there were a lot of strange things that night. Tonight, I think things will be a little bit more normal, and so far, I'll tell you, Bruce Finch is staying right in there with Curry. He hasn't been shook yet, I don't think, by any punches, and right now, he's taking the fight to Donald.
Less than a minute to go in this round, number 2. Curry seems to be keeping his distance more in this round than in the previous round. I don't think he'd like to get that close to Finch to rumble inside.
Well, Donald Curry really hasn't gotten untracked yet. So far, I think he's not quite sure what he's going to do with Bruce Finch. Good exchange by both fighters.
And Finch there with 2 sharp countering right hands.
You know, these rounds are confidence builders for Bruce Finch. He's finding out that he isn't washed up, that he's got something left as a fighter.
Coming down to the end of round 2. Round 3 coming up. Round 3 as Bruce Finch in the blue defends his NABF welterweight championship against Donald Curry in the gold trunks. Curry with a countering right hand. Between rounds, Curry was told in his corner to use his jab more often and try and catch Finch when he throws a lead right to counter with a left hook. Here's the way Al and I see the fight. I have it even. Al has Finch ahead by 2 points.
Certainly those first 2 rounds were close, could have been scored either way, but personally I think that Bruce Finch landed more punches. I think he was a busier fighter, and I think Donald Curry needs to step up the pace a bit. Good lead right hand by Curry, and that's a punch that could work against Finch, worked for Sugar Ray Leonard.
Left hook by Donald Curry, and that slammed Bruce Finch enough to move him back a couple of steps. Right to the body by Curry as Curry's right hand, Finch's right hand is being held by Curry.
What we haven't seen from Donald Curry yet in this fight is combination punching, Sal. You mentioned that early in the fight. He hasn't really shown us much of that.
Only 1 punch at a time. Matter of fact, he was given a lecture between rounds about that. They want more combinations. Curry fights as if he's got radar.
Part of the reason I think he's not throwing combinations is that when he throws a punch, Finch is countering effectively, although that was a good left hand by Curry.
Halfway through the round, Curry in this round is heeding the advice, and that is he's establishing his jab. He can control Finch with the jab if he throws it off.
He's got a very good jab, one of the best in his division.
Okay, step back.
But frequently, he forgets to use it, and that's when his corner has to get on him.
They exchange left hooks. Curry with the harder blow, as far as I'm concerned. Seems to really move Finch with the shot. Less than a minute to go.
Bruce Finch does not want to hook with Donald Curry. That's probably Curry's best punch, and Bruce Finch is not known as a great left hook artist.
Finch with the right hand, Curry with the left hook. Curry with another left hook. Curry with the left-right combination. And that right hand, that straight right, shook up Finch. Finch is really hurt. His arms are down. Curry pushes him down. That's not a knockout. It's not a slip, it's a push down. But this is giving Finch time.
That's right, it's not considered a knockdown, but Bruce Finch was ready to go, and he's ready to go right now.
He was hurt by that right cross. He rocked on his heels. His hands went down. Curry misses with the right hand. Curry with the right hand. Finch is wobbly and goes down on his back. Richard Green directs Curry to the corner. The count is up to 6, 7, 8, 9. Up at 9. Finch beats the count. Richard Green says, "Are you okay?" He says, "Yes," and there's the bell. So Bruce Finch gets away. He survives the round. Let's go to the corner of Bruce Finch. He's got cobwebs to shake because he's on Dream Street.
You okay, Bruce? Give me the water.
Just right there.
Backing up. I told you not to back away, did I? He'll make it. Wait a minute. You just do what I say.
Just relax. Give me some breath.
Bruce, you okay?
You got caught backing up. If you pull out, you're going to get hit. You got to keep your hands up and stay and go forward.
They're working feverishly on Finch, trying to revive him, trying to get sharp. Let's take a look at the knockdown. You're going to see the speed and power of Donald Curry.
We're going to see a left followed with the right, and there goes that Bruce Finch is on Dream Street, as you said right then. Good hand speed, and down goes Bruce Finch. I'm amazed he beat the count.
So Bruce Finch has tasted the leather of Donald Curry. We're now back to round 4. Curry, of course, going for the knockout here. Finch tries a left, but eats a left hook by Curry. Curry's got a dead aim on Bruce Finch right here. Wants to close the show.
Well, Bruce Finch is actually safer inside fighting against Curry. As his corner told him, when you pull back, you're in trouble. So he's just as well staying inside and rumbling.
Now the left hook by Curry, a right hand by Curry, and Finch is on his back again. Green directs Curry to the neutral corner, and Richard Green picks up the count at 5, 6, 7, 8, up at 8, and Finch is wobbly. He's game, he's a pro, he wants to continue. He tells Richard Green, yeah, let it go. Plenty of time for Curry. Right hand by Curry. Finch holding on. Curry shakes him off, misses with the right hand. Right uppercut by Curry. Finch eats a left-right combination. Finch throws a right hand, misses with a right. Curry bails him with another right, and Finch is down again the second time in this round. Richard Green picks up the count at 5, 6, and he's not going to let it continue. It's all over. A technical knockout for Donald Curry, and he is the new NABF welterweight champion with his 12th straight win, his 11th knockout.
Well, after a lethargic start in the first round or two, Donald Curry turned up the burners and showed us that tremendous power that we know he has. And there's a happy Dave Gorman, his manager, with Donald Curry. So he takes another step toward what he believes could be a title shot. Let's look at that first knockdown in this fourth round.
That's Curry in the gold trunks. Of course, Finch trying to shake off the effects of the knockdown in the previous round. As he goes down, he kept beating the counts, but in the end, it was Richard Green who stopped the slaughter. Bruce Finch game, but could not handle the speed and power of this wonder welterweight from Fort Worth, Donald Curry. Let's get the official time.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Richard Green stops the contest at 1 minute 10 seconds of the fourth round. The winner by a TKO and new NABF welterweight champion, Donald the Cobra Curry.
Donald Curry, a comet in the sky in the welterweight division, is now the NABF welterweight champion with a 4th-round TKO over Bruce Finch, and he gets the belt for his victory. We'll be back to talk to the Cobra after this. Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, Sal Marciano with Al Bernstein, and the new NABF welterweight champion, Donald Curry, who took out Bruce Finch in the 4th. You took command in the 3rd. What did you spot in his defense?
Well, really, my timing was a little off because I hadn't been boxing that much, and I started a little slow, but I seen him start, picking that jab. I let him hit me a few times so I could set him up with that right hand.
We remarked that Finch was perhaps, well, he potentially was the best technician that you would oppose. Did you feel that he was a fighter with savvy, that you were going to have to solve him first before you could deliver your blow?
Yeah, that's what I did. Well, our first round, I started out a little slow, like I said, but as the fight went on, I figured him out as the fight went on.
Was he a little quicker with his hand speed than you thought he was going to be?
Yeah, I figured him most likely to be that Mike Senegal style of fighting, but he was a lot faster than what I thought he was.
Okay, now we're going to get your gradings. Paul, what did you think of his work?
He looked great to me. He started a little slow, but he was, trying him out first couple rounds. But then after the 3rd round, me and David told him, start putting him punches together, which he did. That's what did it.
Well, let's take a look at the first knockdown in the 4th round. Of course, at this point, Finch was still trying to shake off the effects of the 3rd round, and you seem to be easily hitting him with left hooks.
Yeah, he was bending down. He was trying to throw that right hand low, try to catch me low, and I just caught him with that hook.
I'll say this for the guy. He was knocked out by Sugar Ray Leonard. I believe it was February 15th or so. In the 3rd round, he comes back against you and keeps getting up off the deck.
Well, I didn't really take him as lightly because Sugar Ray is good, and, it was a kind of a little effect to me. I wasn't emotionally in the fight like I usually do because I had seen him get knocked out.
David Gorman is here. I want to know from you, there is a tendency here to rush a young man like this who was so spectacular at an early stage. What are your plans for him?
Well, Donald's coming along just, on schedule, just like we planned, and he's looking better every fight. He's getting the experience that he needs through these fights, and a guy like Finch gives him that experience, and I think Don's going to be on possibly in a network TV fight in June. I don't know who against yet, but we're going to take a few days off and go back to the gym. He's in terrific condition right now. He trained hard for this fight. He didn't get quite as much boxing as he would like. That's why he said his timing wasn't real sharp 1st or 2nd round. But once he started putting the right hand behind the hook and working the jab more, he took care of this guy in good time.
While we take a look at the 2nd knockdown in the 4th round that convinced Richard Green to stop the fight, let's get a question from Al Bernstein.
I'm wondering, Donald and David, people have not thought of you as a one-punch knockout artist, but like Sugar Ray Leonard, is there a chance that you think you may develop into that kind of a knockout person?
Yeah, Donald's still developing in power. He's 20 years old. He's going to develop maturely as a man a little bit more, and I can see him developing power in his shoulders and neck at the time, and he's going to still be a lot stronger a year from now, and so he's still be knocking some people dead, I guarantee you.
Donald, do you feel like you're in a rush, or are you patient?
Well, I feel like I've been patient. I feel like Finch was the right fight for me at the time.
Well, you certainly dusted him off in spectacular fashion. Congratulations. Donald Curry, the Cobra from Fort Worth, the new NABF welterweight champion. And like the roar of distant thunder, he is making noise in the 147-pound division.